login page, same thing. Let's create a constructor login page. And as I said, it will be WebDriver driver. And here we will say this dot driver is equals to driver. That's fine. And spelling mistake? No, they don't know what is driver. So we'll say driver is equals to null. Done. This is the basic thing you have to do every time. Now, at the rate find by some mechanism will come, and here web element and the element will come. This is the basic structure. Now I can copy paste. So from the login page test, what I want to do, I want to find an element by link text. So basically here in my login page test, here I will say how is equals to how dot this. Okay, let me say this one is login link. Okay, give it a name first. How dot link text comma using is equals to, just a minute. No, what we are talking about, just a minute, my bad. This is done. This is login link is done. We should talk about getting the title, right? So basically there is nothing here. We'll make more thing, but okay, let's go to the login page. Then things will be clear what we want to do. We want to have this user ID password in the login link basically. So from here, basically this thing. So by ID, by CSS selector, there are three elements. So it will be how dot ID. What is the ID? The ID is login email. This one. And this is basically, as I said, naming convention is email address text box. Can I write like that? So I can say email address. You don't have to write email. It's an email txt, email txt box or bx. That's fine. Email txt box is good. It looks good. So second element is something similar. So I'll say at the rate find by password, correct? So this is by ID this, and this is password txt box. It is called camel casing. Camel casing starts with a small letter, and whenever you want to, start a new word, it will be with caps again, right? Next thing. Next thing is it's clicking on that login link, which is with CSS selector, and this is my selector, right? No, this one I forgot to click on. So this is login button. In this page, there is a login button, correct? So I'll go to my code and I will say at the rate find by bracket. Here I'll say web element, which is login btn. That's it. And you will say how is equals to how dot css. It's not CSS selector. When you use how class, it is how dot css. Using is equals to this, and done. But what you will do with these elements? Text box, you will send some keys. Password, you will send some values. Login button, you will click it. So there will be three functions related to this. public void. You may be thinking we are doing a lot of things, but it is worth doing it. You will understand once I'll change the code the way we have to do in test classes. Wait for it. It won't take much time. Public void. Um, specify email. Okay, and here user will pass email thing, and here you will say email text box dot send keys this email. Whatever user will pass will do this like this. In the same way, there will be specify password. Correct. So this will be specify password. Here it will be any pass WD I'm saying. Here it will be like this. This should go to password text box. And next one is clicking on the login button. So that will be public void click on login button function, and here it will be login button. What you will say here, you will say login button dot click. Okay, what is the next thing? There may be some error message can come, right? So we have to capture that error message. So that error message has under this CSS selector uh, this one. So there should be element related to error message as well. So here we'll create at the rate find by, and the element is web element. The element is error message. Right? Error message. Here we will say how is equals to how dot CSS comma using is equals to this. And what you want to do? You want to get that error message. So it will be public string get error message. And smartly, what you will do is this error message. What you will do, you will say return this error message dot get text, because you have that element, right? So you're sending the message, whatever is there, once it is logged in. Done. This is for the login page. Save it. Now, this login page test will change. Let's see now what we are going to do. So is it related to any test case? No. What we did is in that page, what is possible thing? What are the possible things? Login page, what are the possible elements and what you can do with those elements? Done. Now in the test case, how you will utilize it, login page test. Here, you want to click on the login link, right? Navigating to the login page. So basically, you should create object of home page. Then only you will be able to call this function. See how we call the function by creating the object. So here, basically, I should create an object. So I'll say home page object, home page obj is equals to new home page. Simple. New home page. It's not coming because of the import part. I'm checking. Yeah. So home page obj is equals to new. Let me write it now. Just this one in the bracket, done. But it is showing me error. What it is saying? Let me save it. Let's check. It's saying add argument. If you want to call this, add argument. So it's saying that pass the driver. It's like this. But this test case do not know what is driver. Right? It knows dr. So in the base test, if you see, the name is dr, not the driver. So basically here, you should pass dr. Still error. What it is? Let me check what it is saying. Okay. No, it's but anyways, when I do this, can I do home page obj dot? Now there is a function, right? Click on navigate to login page. Yes, I'm able to call this, but it is still showing me error where message is not coming. Just a minute. So it's saying change visibility of home page to public. Oh, it's saying that constructor value, constructor thing, can you change it? So if I change it, this is changing it to public so that it will be available to other classes as well. It's fine, done. So I can delete this line, done. Navigating to the login page is done. Once you are at login page, okay, this function we have not created. Get the page title. So let's create it in the login page.java. There is a function which will return just the title. So we'll say public string because it is going to return a string. Get page title, and you will just say driver dot get title and return it. Return. Right. So here in the login page test, actual title will come through a function which is basically from the login page. So you should create the object of login page now. So page, login page, login page obj. You can give any name. I'm giving the meaningful name. Login page obj is equals to new login page bracket dr done, and I can call the function. So instead of this, I'll say login page obj dot get page title, and that will be the actual title. It is again the same thing, change the visibility of this to public. That's fine. Done. Done. And the rest of the things are same, like expected title is this, assertion and all. Now, this one. This is again the same thing. What we wanted to do with the home page. So this code to go to the home page will be same. Go to the login page will be same. So this will come here. Then into the login page, you want to check whether contact element is present or not. That we have not created. Let's create this. This particular thing is contact element in the login page. Have we created it? No. Let's create it right now. So at the rate find by, and here we'll say web element contact contact link. You can give any name as of now. Contact link, and how it is, how is equals to how dot xpath comma using is equals to this particular xpath. Done. But what you want to do with that? You just want to check whether it is present or not. So here you can say public void. Uh, 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 just a minute. I'm thinking. Anyways, no, I'll show you one more way. You don't have to create all the time all the functions, right? I'll show you one thing right now. So in the login page test, once you are at a login page, so that line I'm deleting. What we are checking is link is present only, right? Okay, I'm deleting that line. So you are at login page. So if you are at login page, you have to create your uh, object, right? Because you are already on login page. So you are at login page now, and I don't want to do this thing. I want to check whether contact element is displayed or not. So instead of this, I'll say login page object dot what was that element name? Contact link. Oh, no, you're not able to get it. directly here through the function only you can get it. Fine, fine, fine. So in the login page, let me create that function. There is one more way, but let's keep it simple as of now. Public, and that will return some kind of Boolean value, right? So Boolean um, is contact link present. Okay. And what we will return will return contact link, contact link dot is displayed. We'll return this, whether it is displayed or not. So return, done. So is contact link present will be called here. Is contact link present? Done. Now, next test case also you want to navigate to the login page. So I'll copy this and here this line will not be there. Then specify email. So obviously you are at login page now. So you have to create this object. So I'll delete this. I'll put it here. What do you want to do in that page? You want to specify the email. So what you will say? You will say login page object dot specify email. What email you want to specify? test@qatestology.com. Fine. What else you want to do? You want to specify the password. So you will say login page obj dot specify password. The password is ABCD, anything here. And then what you want to click on the login. So you will say login page object dot click on login button. After that, you want to get the error message. So you will say login page object dot get error message. Done. Now, if you see your test case, there is nothing like driver dot find element and all. Nothing like that. All things are creating the page object saying navigate, saying get page title, right? And how simple it is now. It's like navigate to the from the home page, navigate to the login page. Now you are at login page. Is contact link present on the login page? Now validate error message. You are at home page, navigate to the login page. Then specify the email, this one, specify the password. Click on login button. Get error message. This looks very systematic approach now, and it's not difficult. Is it difficult? What we did at the login page, we simply created all the elements and we want to interact with them. We said these are the elements, these are the my elements in this page. And what I want to do, it's based on what function I make. So I want to specify the email, whatever I will get it at the test from the test case. I'll do email text box dot send keys. Email text. What is email text box? Email text box is this, which is identified by the ID, and the ID is this. Same way, any element will be identified in different ways: ID, link text, partial link text, XPath. Right. We are just saying how to interact with it, making it as a function. And believe me, the basic part of page object model is done. If you are able to explain this much to anyone, it's done, right? One thing which is missing here, which we have not utilized, the page factory way of this will not work. As of now, this is not going to work, guys. The thing is, we have to do a small change. So when you are at login page test, basically, when you are saying this, this is one of the way you can do this thing, but this will not initialized your elements. So you have to use page factory. You have to use page factory, right? So basically you will say page factory. You have to use page factory. What is page factory? Once I did it, right? When I did it, it have imported something, this one. So Selenium has a page factory concept which says that you can initialize the classes with the elements. So here you will have init element. Okay. So init element, what are the two things you have to pass? You have to pass the driver and you have to pass which class you want to instantiate. I want to instantiate home page. So I'll say home page dot class. Done. How simple it is. You have to pass the driver and you have to pass which class you want to instantiate. What it will do, it will initialize the element for the home pages and it will instantiate the constructor also. Whenever you are, you know, creating an object, right? It will it will always go to the constructor. That's it. So instead of saying in that way, you just have to say, I want to initialize this. Just a minute. Let me change this, everywhere, wherever we did it. So I believe uh, this line will be there everywhere. So this will be this. Just 1 minute. And again, this, done. And for the login also. So for the login, small change is wherever you are doing login, you have to init, you have to say init element. Okay, done. And let's run this. Whether it will work or not, we will see. So I'm going here, login page test. See, execution wise, always login page test will be executed. It is executed that invalid part. Now something else. So all passed, all passed, right? We changed it, we made it, and it's working. Okay. So this is how your page object model based framework. You should not say page object model framework. No, it is not making sense. You should always say page object model based framework, where you are keeping the pages separately from the test cases, or you can say we are separating the all the page element and the action separated from the test case. If you see here in the test class, are you writing driver dot find element and everything, clicking on it? There is no element here. There is no like the real right dot click dot get text, nothing like that. We are simply saying, hey, get the page title from this page. It's done. Then what we are saying, hey, from this home page, from this login page, from the home page, navigate to the login page. From the login page, check whether is a contact link is present or not. On the login page, specify the email. In the login page, specify the password. If I'll go here, this function is written here in the login page.java. What it does, it goes to the element. It's basically at the end, it's driver dot find element dot send keys, but is doing it in some kind of abstract way, right? Hidden way. It's like this. Okay. That's it about this particular framework.